Good morning, guys. Lita is back on the truck. We woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. We left at about 4:45. We're headed to St. Augustine to drop the load, and then we'll have to go back and wait on the FedEx guy to deliver those cab overlights. And depending on what time they come in, I'm not sure how long they're going to take to install. You got to drill a hole. You got to drill holes in your roof of your truck, and I think I have to drop the headliner and all that. So I'll have to text dispatch when I'm almost done and tell them to start looking for loads for us. I don't want to tell them to start looking and then run into a problem with these lights, because they don't want us running until they're installed again. So that's pretty much it. Lita's back.
Yep.
Alright guys, the inverter is in. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, which is cool. And I decided to just take the old microwave out of the house. It's got a lot more options than the microwave I was going to stick in here. And that new microwave was heavy as hell. But I'm leaving this on with nothing plugged in while I'm home, just to see if it'll kill the battery. But what we did is ran the cables around like this, and then down underneath the carpet here. I didn't really show this because it was raining. Then there's a rubber plug under here that I just put a slit in and then fed the cables down through, and then just ran them up to the battery underneath the truck like that. So in the process of putting Lita's seat back in, I had this all nice and vacuumed out, and my other dog jumped up in here. So what a mess. But I'm gonna get Lita's seat back in here and get her ready to go. What's going on, guys? It's Tuesday. They had me a load leaving. I don't know where it was leaving from, but it was supposed to be going to Michigan. So we loaded up everything in the truck, and I was waiting on, they send you like a text saying where you're picking up, where you're going, how much it weighs, what you're picking up, what it pays. I think I just said all that twice. But canceled. They found us another load, but it picks up tomorrow. It still goes to Michigan. But one of the things that happened while we were out, me and Dooley, we got stopped by DOT. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link it. And they did an inspection. I got busted for not having cab overlights. So I actually installed some last night. I was going to make a video on it, but FedEx showed up at like 7:30. It's freezing cold outside. Man, it took me forever to put them in too. So if you're thinking about getting into hot shotting and your truck is over 79 inches wide, see if the dealer will do it for you or whatever, because it was a nightmare. It didn't come with instructions. I bought it specifically for the truck, and it didn't even come with a wire connector. I had to like butt connect the wires, which is pretty shitty. It was like $200 for the kit. But I just kind of want to show you a video. I want to wait till it got a little dark so you guys can see the video a little bit. So you guys can kind of see what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. They're actually clear with yellow LEDs. Another thing that I did, because the only issue, one of the issues I've been having while backing my trailer at dark is you can't see the back. You don't know where the corners are. So I actually went to Harbor Freight. Actually, Lita did. Lita went to Harbor Freight, and she got some trailer lights for me. You get like 6 for like $20. And what I did was I installed those today. Let me see if I can get those things to come on again, so I can see this back. You would say the red light you should be able to see, but it's kind of flush. So when you're kind of sitting in your truck and you're trying to see where your corner of your trailer is when it's really dark outside, man, I just couldn't see it. So I installed these lights here so I could see the corner. So see how that helps out. Oh man, I was up really late. I'm sorry. And then woke up early thinking that I would have a load ready this morning, and then that canceled. So, but just want to give you an update on that. It's pretty cool. So we will load up in the morning, picking up in Jessup, Georgia, and going to Michigan. This load goes to Michigan as well. So we'll see you when we get there. All right, so they got us a load. This is the week that Lita's going to be back on the truck with me. I just kind of want to give you guys a kind of show you how I have my truck set up, because real estate is a prime in the truck. Can't talk right now. Let's see. So I stick my cooler in there like that. I have a power port right behind the seats there. And then right through here will be our bags and stuff. Fire extinguisher there. Triangles there. Show you guys the other side here before I completely load it up with bags. We're doing something a little different this time being out, since we have this inverter. We're gonna bring one of these hot plates. We had one of these hot plates we used to use when we went camping. So we're gonna bring the extension cord, we'll plug it in here, and then we'll stick it on the tailgate, cook back there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some pots and pans. Load up some more bags through here, and that's what we're going with this time. I don't know if I mentioned last time I went out, but I actually cut the post down so the bed actually comes up to this now, and it just happened to work out perfectly. What I did was I cut it just right for that cooler. It just fits in there. And then since Lita's on the truck and Dooley isn't, I have to put this board back in that we were running. So I cut that board down and I added this foam thing, so I'm not getting splinters in my nuts as I'm crawling over, and that gives us a lot more room. So we're gonna finish loading up and go pick up our first load for the week. All right, bags are packed. Also, we bought this plastic bin here, and that's where we stuck our microwave. So the deal is there's a lot of times where we want to keep driving so that we can make somewhere on time, but we're afraid we won't be able to make it to a truck stop to be able to eat. So now we have a microwave and a hot plate. If we have to push a load so that we can get somewhere on time, we will have hopefully enough time, if we can push it to a rest area or something, and make it. This thing on. It is Wednesday. We are headed to Jessup, Georgia. We are picking up what looks to be, says it's a rotor, whatever that is, 20 feet long, and it's 5 foot by 5 foot, weighs 6,000 pounds, going to Durand, Michigan. Fully tarped. So woke up at 5 o'clock this morning. What took us so long to get out? Because we're late. I had it timed where we were supposed to get there like 8. GPS says we're gonna get there 9:20. We both grabbed extra phone chargers. None of them made it in the truck. So this whole trip we'll have one phone charger, unless we could try one of those 10-foot cables.
Unless it's in the toolbox.
Unless I carried some more bungee cords out and put them in the toolbox. Unless I stuck them in the toolbox with the bungee cords.
Yeah.
Which would be weird.
I mean, we were ready to go yesterday and then the load canceled.
Yeah, I think I said that.
Yeah, but I had all my stuff packed up, and then when we were going, I was like, well, let me like edit some videos. And I took my charger cord out of my bag, and now it's not in my bag anymore. I got it blocked, but that's completely useless.
Yeah, she has a YouTube channel as well. You've been doing it for 3 or 4 years, right?
3 years.
She does different things like dyeing your hair and makeup and unboxing, and when we go to the drag strip with the drag car, she'll record that. Does some vlogging.
Yeah.
What would you say your channel's more about, though? What's the main purpose of your channel? Unboxing?
No. Probably like I do a lot of horror stuff, so
Yeah.
I do a lot of horror movie like reviews, and I talk about horror.
She's a part of a horror community where
Yeah.
they watch and talk about like horror movies and anything horror related. And
So I do that. I have a lot of like Halloween and like spooky content on my channel.
her and a group of girls called Freaky Girls.
Freaky Girls Live.
Freaky Girls Live. They go live like once a month, and two of the girls each month will pick out a movie, and they all have to watch it. Then they go on there and they talk about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's live, so
Yeah, it's live.
Everything's on air.
Usually Saturday nights,
Yeah.
once a month.
Yep. Usually Saturday. We try and keep it on the weekend because it starts at 9 Eastern. So for people, so they can catch the show because a lot of people, everybody's works
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So we try and keep it at a time where people can catch it off of work, and it's also not crazy late, so people will not have to stay up.
That, and they all get crazy drunk,
Yep.
especially Lita.
No. And Laura.
Laura gets drunk too.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll link her channel down below. See what happens. Kind of weird. There's a lot of perverts that watch my channel. Yeah. So we're going to drive as far as we can today. Hopefully, drop this thing early tomorrow. And like I said, today's Wednesday, and what our plan was to stay out 3 weeks and then go home for a week, because every time I go home it costs a lot of money, just because of where we're at. It's hard to get a load coming in, hard to get a load coming out. Then I just miss being home. When I came home this time, it was weird. It didn't even really feel like my house anymore. It was just weird to be home. Not that I didn't miss it, I missed being home. Honestly, being on this truck kind of sucks, because I am missing out on so much. We used to be able to go to the drag strip on the weekends. I'm a part of a car group. Can't even go and support them anymore. So just remember, if you do get into this, if you have kids, it's super hard. If you have animals, it's super hard. I think I've mentioned before, I have 2 dogs. We have a pig named Pork Chop, and we have 12 chickens. Did I say 2 kids?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 kids.
I think so. Said to
I hate leaving them out when I'm like, yeah, I got all this, and people are like, oh, you got kids too, don't you?
I mean, I know what you said, the dogs.
Yeah. So it's pretty tough. I don't think this is going to be a forever job. I think if we do stay in this industry, I'm going to have a truck that I can actually move around in when I go to sleep, like an actual semi truck.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I don't know, if I'm by myself, I can take her chair out and I can move around a little bit better in here. But all in all, not being able to stand up and stretch out kind of sucks. That's why I usually get a hotel room once a week, which is usually like Saturday or Sunday, depending on the load. That way I can stretch out, take a shower that's not in a truck stop, and just kind of feel normal one day out of the week. But it's kind of rough being in this truck sometimes.
Yeah.
Not that I don't enjoy it. I have been enjoying driving across the country, but it's still new. So everything I'm seeing is new. So it's exciting. What's going to happen 2 years from now when I've seen the same thing over and over? Am I going to be as excited? I guess only if they have good food there.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, I don't know. documentary that was called Lot Lizards, and it's basically about like the prostitutes that are in truck stops. And they interviewed all these like semi drivers that were talking about the lot lizards, and they were showing around their truck, and they were like, yeah, I got this like TV over here, and this is my microwave, this is where the clothes are supposed to be, you know, and they're like standing up in it.
Yeah.
And they're like, this room gets real small, and I was like, really?
You have a room. We don't have a room.
Yeah, this is not a room. We can't, this is a truck. It's a cab. So I was just like, wow, that's crazy. Like, you know, if those walls get small, and I'm sure they do because you've been there for a while, but like, it's not like living in this truck.
Yeah.
You have moved to room around.
It's easier to get in. Well, I don't even know that you can say it's easier to get into, because in order to get into this, you yourself have to buy a truck and a trailer and everything else. Unless you lease on to somebody that is going to provide that for you. And then I think you're going to be making chump change. Which, we're kind of making chump change right now. These next 2 or 3 weeks are really going to determine what the future is going to hold for us. But if you sign on through a semi-truck, they put you through school, they provide the truck, and everything else. So that's definitely easier to get into. I don't know what kind of... I seen a poster the other day. It says, sign on to this company and you make like 53 cents a mile, which sounds pretty dang good. But I don't know. But while she was gone, the only thing that really got us through was there's a company called Over the Road Hotspots. And what it is you buy an AT&T hotspot and you put their SIM card in the hotspot, and it's truly unlimited. It's truly unlimited data. So the 2 weeks that I was gone that she wasn't on the truck, I used over 80 gigabytes watching, you know, YouTube, uploading my edited YouTube videos. We did a lot of Facebook FaceTime, and that helped being gone a lot.
Yeah.
You know, being able to see her and talk to her. So if you are struggling or you're thinking about doing it, it's $60 a month. I bought the hotspot off of Amazon, just any AT&T hotspot. The hotspot was like $50 maybe, and that helps a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Because it gets lonely, you know. I mean, I had Dooley over there, but hell, he slept the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dog too.
Yeah.
It's not like he could actually talk or anything.
But yeah, we're gonna shoot over here. We are, I don't know, we're about 20 minutes away from this place now.
Said like 23.
And if it looks cool, I'll record loading it. If it looks difficult, I might just record it anyways. If you see it upload, if you see it on the video, I guess you see it. If not, it was really
let us
dumb and boring. Yeah, so we dropped our load down in St. Augustine, and it was a government place, and you have to sign a piece of paper saying you will not take any pictures while being in there. A lot of these places have been absolutely no pictures, absolutely no recording.
Yeah.
I even told them, look, my company likes me to take a picture, because it was tarped. I was like, my company likes me to take a picture of the load after we untarp it, just to show that if it's damaged, we didn't damage. He's like, I don't care, you're not taking pictures. And we were literally like 10 feet in from the gate. It was like a aviation airport kind of place.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could see the guard shack from when we pulled in. It was the very first spot, and we still had to sign in and get badges and everything else. It was kind of a pain, but
I'm sure there were cameras all over the place too.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't. I mean, it was just a big long box anyways. Probably had like an airplane wing in it, or helicopter blades, or who knows.
Yeah.
You know. So we're gonna shoot over here and get this, and we'll get back to you. All right, are we done?
No.
No?
Nope.
More bungees.
That's
Man,
not
this
done.
thing's funky shaped. This is as good as I can get it with the time frame I have, to be honest. They took a long time to get us loaded, and I've had a few people stop and talk to me. Seems like something just keeps happening. Forklift driver wasn't the best. I told him good enough, just leave it there, stop beating up my trailer. Yeah.